Hi, I'm Mike Genung. Christmas of 1991 was one of probably the top two and the worst Christmases I've ever been through. I had disclosed to my wife several months earlier that I committed adultery against her with a prostitute, and the depths of my addiction to pornography. And so this was just maybe 6 months after I disclosed all that. Our marriage was in a lot of pain. She was hurting and I was confused and trying to figure out what the whole recovery thing looked like. And so when Christmas rolls around and we're supposed to be happy and joyful, well, we were just miserable. I just remember that day she was crying and sobbing, and I was just confused and ashamed because of course I had hurt her, so I felt low. And I really didn't know, I had no idea what to do, so we just really fumbled through the day as best we could. So fast forward to 2009 actually. It's another Christmas. I had been going through a lot of trial and stress during the time, coupled with some pretty intense spiritual warfare. And that Christmas morning, I have a family of 6, so we were there, plus we had extended family there, and I just started getting whelmed with all these dark thoughts in my mind. And I didn't know what to do, and I just basically said, God, what do I do with this mess? Because I knew I could not just open this up in front of my family, all these crazy thoughts I'm hearing. They're going to think I'm a nut or something. And so what I did was I just said to God in my heart, I said, what do I need to do? And he just gave me one word. He said, praise. So I started praising the Lord in my heart, and literally a minute after I started doing that, my mind became calm, the oppression disappeared, and I was able to go on through the rest of the day. Many people actually, when they're struggling or in the middle of trial or pain or torment, the first question that comes to their mind is why? Why, God, am I struggling with this porn or sexual sin? Why is it my wife is hurting so deeply she can't recover? Why is my husband a porn addict? Why is it we're in this place? Why has he never been truthful to me? Why? And if you look at Scripture, those why questions, the suffering people, they really don't get answered too much. And two prime examples are Job. In the book of Job, Job is just ripping on God. God, why? And that for those whole 42 chapters, God did not answer any of those whys. But probably the most famous why that did not get answered is when Jesus was hanging on the cross. And he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? There is no recorded answer for that. So what I want to suggest when you're going through pain, especially during this time in the holidays, but really any time, is that you go to the Lord and say, not why, but what. Lord, what do you want me to do? Because what really gets to the heart of the issue in several different places. One, when you say what, it's really an act of submission. You're saying, God, show me Jesus, show me what the next step needs to look like. I'm submitting to you. I'm releasing the control to you. The what question really gets to the heart of the matter. Because if you know why, but you don't know what to do, it's not really going to do you much good. It's not going to solve your pain. It's not going to give you the next step forward to healing. So let's just say it's Christmas Day, and you've got family coming over. Maybe you don't want to exactly get along with too well, and it's a painful event for you. You can just go to the Lord and say, Jesus, I don't know how to handle this. Show me what to do. I don't know how to handle my husband right now, and the pain is so deep. What do you want me to do? In my experience, with my walk in the Lord, is when I ask him the what question, he often comes through with that answer. Doesn't always happen immediately, seconds later. Sometimes it takes minutes or hours or maybe even another day, and I have to keep pressing in for that answer. But what I find is he always gives me what I need. Sometimes asking the question, he just gives me just a sense of peace to wait. And so maybe your answer today is, God, what do I need to do? And he just said, what he's really saying is rest. Quit saying yes to every single little thing that comes your way. Quit freaking out about every little thing that you cannot control. And just rest. I think for a lot of people in the American church, God is saying rest. And the message we give a lot of times is do. Run around like a chicken cut off your head. Well, with your head cut off. And then what? What do you hear in the Christmas message? Peace on earth, goodwill toward men. When do you hear the message of peace? And I find that Jesus often comes a lot and says peace and rest, and it's okay to rest. It's okay to not to have to do everything for God. And then there are those who are in pain. I know for myself, I've been through this and sometimes still do go through it. I have to be honest. When November rolls around, sometimes I think, can we just skip Christmas? Because I have some family origin of stuff there, even at my age today. This still kind of pops up. And some of you have been deeply wounded by your parents. And what the holidays does is that just inflames that to a boiling point. In Psalm 27, David writes that, though my mother and my father have forsaken me, God, you will take me up. And some of you had some very painful childhood events, and maybe you're still struggling and suffering with what your parents are doing to you with your current day relationship. Those relationships may never ever get resolved. So if you wrap yourself around that, all you're going to be doing is just wrapping yourself around pain. At some point you're going to have to go to Jesus and say, look, Lord, this hurts. I really need you to be more. I need you to be the one who takes me up like you promised. God, please come to me right now and touch my heart, touch that wounded place, and provide what I need today to get through Christmas or whatever day you're moving through. So I'm going to say the words that I think God is saying to all of you. It's peace to you. It's okay to rest, and it's okay to be broken, and it's okay to hurt, especially during the holidays.